This is the perfect weekend for me and for you guys to talk just a little bit. I'm not going to keep this long, make this long, but just a little bit about the importance of rest. I oftentimes forget that less is more. We wrongly assume that if people don't see us being productive all of the time, we might be seen as someone that's not holding up their weight in any part of a relationship, whether it's business or personal or whatever it is. So we tend to make ourselves busier and busier and busier to try to fill a void and make us, I guess, prove our worthiness in a way that really we don't need to. I'm reading this amazing book though right now. If you guys have not read it, you need to. It is called Essentialism, and it talks about pursuing less. Basically, less is more, the discipline in the pursuit of less. And there are 5 things that it talks about that I have really grasped onto. And truly, if you haven't noticed, on social media, I have been doing a lot less lately. I've been trying to post less. I've been trying to do less. there have been certain business opportunities that I have let go of, like certain businesses that I was a part of that I have given back, because I'm realizing there has come a point in my life where there's so much opportunity that we tend to take, and so many things. Maybe it's because we felt a lack of opportunity at some point in our life, or we feel a lack of value or self-worth. So anytime something comes to us, we grab onto it instead of stopping, taking the time to evaluate, realizing if this is even a thing that is in line with what I want in our, you want in our lives, before we make the decision. So this is something I've really been trying to channel. It's been literally life-changing. And I think the biggest thing is most business or self-help books tend to make me, like, I'll read the book and be like, oh my gosh, I'm pumped up. I need to go do this. This is a book where when I read it, I actually have more peace with doing less. I have more peace with resting. I have more peace with relaxing. I have more peace with playing, because I realize that without those things, or as Stephen Covey would say in 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, sharpening the saw, without those components, the busyness is oftentimes aimless and will leave us more lost, sad, depressed, unfulfilled than if we weren't busy at all. So anyway, he has these 5 things inside of the book that I absolutely love. It's discipline in the pursuit of less. The number 1 thing is taking space to think. So think about it, taking space to think. Number 2, time to look and listen. You need to take time to look and listen. Number 3, permission to play. Number 4, the wisdom to sleep. And number 5 is the discipline to apply all of this highly selective criteria to the choices that we make. And guys, in what he's essentially saying is, with those 5 things, if you can't take space to think, if you can't make time to look and listen, if you can't practice playing, if you can't, give yourself permission to play, if you can't have wisdom to sleep, if you don't take the time or have the discipline to be selective in what we do, and we're just constantly making ourselves busy, it is in those times, it's in the downtime, it's in the think time, it's in the play time, that we're able to disconnect from our reality just enough, almost get a 50,000 foot perspective, so we can see the things in our lives that maybe are taking up too much of our time. Maybe we can see in that time when we're playing, when I'm skiing on a mountain, which I was yesterday, take the time to actually analyze, okay, these things that I normally would have filled my time with, are they actually serving me well? Are they getting me close to my goal? Or are they just keeping me busy? Am I ever taking time to make sure that the path that I'm on is the appropriate path? And guys, at the end of the day, being busy, and not allowing ourselves time to think and relax, is that really a life you want? And that's something I have to remember, and I have to think, what is my goal? Is my goal to be the most successful person in the world? Or is my goal to be successful enough so that my family and I feel comfortable, and make impact and enjoy the time that I have on this earth? Because guys, we only have one shot at this life. We only have one. And I have literally filled so many of my years racing for goals and giving up good times and family opportunities and friendships and all of the things, sleep, space to think, all of those things. And I have to stop myself sometimes and ask, is that even in line with what I really want? So guys, use this as your reminder today to rest. Not only is it okay, it is actually a must if you want to become your best self. Mwah!